Friday, 5th of December, starting work early today. It's currently, it's time 3:30. Usually I'm prepping to go to the gym at this time, but watch out kitties. Today it's going to be 38 degrees, so we're going to get in early, get out early, and I'll do my gym session around 1:30. That's the perks of working for yourself, a little bit of flexibility. So in my first video I mentioned I was feeling a little bit like I didn't have the kick in my step, and I sort of know why, because later that day, the day after, I went home early from work, not feeling too good, bit of a sore throat, felt like it was hay fever. My wife had complaints of severe hay fever early on in the week, and my son was a little bit sick the week before. But got home at 2:30, had a shower, I went to sleep at 3:30, and I ended up sleeping through till about 8 o'clock the next morning. Woke up, had brekkie, and then went to sleep for another 2 hours. So I had almost 18 hours sleep, and my body was just telling me, you need to relax, you're doing too much. I stayed up late editing my first vlog video. I usually only get anywhere from 4.5 to 5.5 hours sleep, so I'm pushing myself to the limit. You know, calorie deficit, not much sleep. The stress levels have been okay, considering that I'm running my own business, but they're as good as they're gonna get. So yeah, my body pretty much shut down and said, you need to rest. So I didn't go to work yesterday. Don't have many sick days. Being the business owner, we don't like to have sick days. But I ended up coming to some sort of normality around 11:30, and then ended up just working from home, doing all my admin stuff, working on my quotes and planning for 2026. So it wasn't a complete waste of a day, but I feel with people that are in the similar sort of shoes of mine, pushing themselves to the limits, you need to know when to rest, and yesterday was that day for me. So yeah, had a big massive sleep day, and today I'm not feeling too bad. A little bit of an itchy throat, but I feel a lot better than what I did yesterday. So yeah, hoping today should be okay for me. But I'm just going to take you on a little ride this morning of my morning routine of what it's like to open up the shop and set up the shop for the day. And yeah, big thing that's helped us go to the next level at Mercedes Bodyworks is our systems and structure. So over the years we've just worked out areas that needed to be improved on, and communication, and you know, getting better at our procedures. So an example of this is our job card. So every time I write a quote, no matter what the car is or no matter what the job is, I like to write a quote, because I then turn that into a job card. And that gives us a chance to quality control our work. So I've got a checklist on there that essentially we have panel beater checks, we have painter checks, and then we have final fit up checks. And for the panel beater checks, it's, you know, finishing off the repairs with 240 grit, because that's nice and smooth, which will allow, you know, the paint to have no sink back underneath it. Just making sure we've checked all of our brand new parts, trial fitted our new parts, removing any double-sided tape, adhesive or glue residue, stuff like that, so the painter's got a clean panel. And then for the painters, it's basic stuff, just like check your D-nibs, check any runs, overspray, just stuff like that. And then final assembly is, you know, making sure all the lights work, all the locks work, all the windows work. Pretty much want to give the car back to the customer as a fully functioning car with no issues. So that's something we've implemented, and it's been very good for us. But then we're also having issues where we would leave the job sheet in the car, and then the painters would work on the parts. Then sometimes the painters don't need to go to the car, so they couldn't find the job sheet. So what I've just done in the most recent weeks is I've set up a little clipboard tray on the paint booth of the paint shop, and now when us panel beaters finish a repair, we sign the job sheet off and we go put it in that file. That way the painters don't need to go looking for it, you know, and they know what jobs they've got to paint. So that's been something we've just implemented in the last fortnight, and it's been really good, because then my dad Vince helps run the paint shop, so he can go through those job sheets and go through the repairs and the paint and check what needs to be done without having to wander around the whole workshop, because sometimes cars are on the street, cars are on the side of the road, and it just makes things a little bit easier for everyone. So that's been something that we've implemented in the most recent time, and it's been quite good. So yeah, and then for me, I've had Rachel set up a whole bunch of work instructions for her role. Like, I already had it all set up before she started, but I got her to recently add to it because she's not going to be there next year. So what she's done is she's added to her work instructions, she's put print screens and examples of how to do things, and because I'm not doing it every day, I forget how to do certain things, upload a quote to the insurance portals and do an additional, and they're not as easy as just clicking a couple buttons. You got to know how to run the program. So she's done that for me, which is going to help me next year in 2026, which is good. So it's making me a little bit less stressed about her not being there. I won't have to be calling her every 10 minutes. All right, we've got chest cam now. We're at the workshop. I always need to drive my car in because I have that much stuff to take inside. My laptop, my camera gear, my lunch, my BCAs, my pre-workout, all that stuff. So alright, time to get my stuff. This is my breakfast, 50 grams of Cocoa Pops. This is my hydration for the day. Got my BCAs, and then my pre-workout for later. What I like to do in the mornings is all the cars we're not working on, put them on the road. BMW M2. Show you the damage on this one. Bit dark, but you can see it's all smashed through the left-hand rear quarter panel. Put the R35 down the side. Still waiting on authority for this one. It's already been here for a few months. It's taken ages. Full moon. Alright, in between this and the last video, I'm not going to lie, I'm not feeling the greatest, but it is what it is. Got some quotes done, sent off some quotes to the insurance companies, and just got a call from my good friend Andre at DNA Autosport. The Porsche GT4 that we did the front tub on, he forgot to mention that it needed some holes cut out of it, so I'm heading to Weatherall Park to DNA now to go cut some holes in a Porsche GT4 front tub. So got about a half an hour drive to Weatherall Park. This here I'm drinking is from the company called Healer. It's a mix of hydrogen water and methylene blue, and it's just good for cognitive function. It helps put oxygen into the bloodstream. It's good for headaches, good for like antioxidants, and obviously good for hydration. So I drink this on an empty stomach usually, and just keeps me sharp between the ears. I found that's really helped with my digestion as well. One thing that I've really taken on board since being a dad and being in business and having a lot more responsibility on my plate is purpose over pleasure. So I'm doing less things for pleasure and I'm doing more things that are purposeful. And I'll give you an example of this. My worker Joe, he's jumped on Battlefield 6 on PlayStation, and you know, he told me to buy the game because so we can play and link up together. So I bought it, but for me it's like whenever I make a decision to do something, all this other stuff arises. So I bought the game, and then I realised that Josh, my fourth year, was going on holidays, so that means I'm going to be spending more time on the floor at work, which means I'm going to be spending more time doing admin at home in my own time, which means less time for pleasure, which is fine. And then amongst that, we've been building and working on a website all year with Michael Papandrea from Big Creativa. So I've been populating all the content, going through thousands and thousands and thousands of photos to make albums, project albums, make blogs, and just really fill the website with some cool content that we've done. So yeah, I've played Battlefield once in the last month, and that's okay because I'm happy, because I'm doing things that are purpose driven. Even down from the little tasks of cutting the grass at home, you know, I wouldn't really call that a pleasure thing because it's more of a chore, but I'll be honest with you, coming home every day and seeing my grass look as good as what it does, that makes me happier than what a game of Battlefield does. I really feel like, for me anyway, I'm truly happiest when I set out goals for myself and I achieve them, or I do what I say. You know, there's no better feeling than waking up in the morning and saying, yeah, yesterday I did what I said I was going to do. And for me, that is motivation at the core, at the soul, you know. So that's where my energy's all coming from at the moment. It's all because I'm doing purpose-driven things. My business, my health, my family, it's all purpose-driven. And, you know, people obviously say you need a little bit of pleasure in your life, and 100% you do, I agree. But the need for a quick dopamine release and delayed gratification, you know, they go hand in hand. So having delayed gratification builds up your tolerance to needing a quick dopamine release. And I feel like in today's day and age with social media and everything at the tip of your fingers, we're all way overstimulated from very pointless and meaningless things. So I feel like to be happy within yourself, you need delayed gratification, and you need to do things that are purpose-driven and set out goals for yourself. By setting out goals for yourself and achieving them, you know, when you look back, it's just such a nice feeling to know that you have done what you said you were going to do. Alright mate, don't let me in. You know, goal setting is something that I've done from a young age with my soccer career. I got taught by a soccer coach back, I think when I played at Penrith and the Pean, about goal setting, and then my school coach, Jeff Stanmore, he was really big on goal setting, and it's just something that I've always done. And every year my goals have progressively gotten bigger and larger with more responsibility. And, you know, I'll put up in this video some examples of my goals from 2022 to 2023 to 2024 to 2025. And it's incredible what happens when you set goals, because they say you're 40% more likely to achieve them once you write them down. And I'll give you an example. So for me, in January this year, we were going into the new year, massive amount of workload, and I had just lost a worker who decided he didn't want to panel beat anymore and he wanted to do something else, you know, and I was training him up for the last 3.5 years, and that's okay, you know, people move on. But I hadn't replaced him yet going into the new year. And I had 2 weeks off and we're on to the last week of holidays. And I usually around that time recharge, re-energize, and I get a good sense of excitement for the new year ahead. And I was not feeling that at all in the beginning of January. But I wrote down my goals in late December 2024 for the 2025. And I'll just talk about a few of my business goals. And one was to employ a new panel beater. One was to employ my dad. He had a job somewhere else and he was happy. So that was on the cards. You know, I wanted to employ him. I want him to come retire with us. And then I set a figure that I want to turn over a week. And I've set out to hit 10,000 Instagram followers. And that's I've had about 10,000 Instagram followers since I started my business. We're now just over 7,000, so under 3,000 away, which is pretty cool. But in that first week of January, I ended up doing like a Reiki session with one of Rachel's really good friends, and basically just cleansed my energy, and I felt empowered after that, which was nice. And then I also met my mindset mentor. So I did that on the Sunday, and then I met my mindset mentor on Monday for our first consultation. We spoke, and he wanted to see if I was the right fit for him, and vice versa. He was looking for elite level performers from the age of 30 to 55 that are in business, and are looking for ways to improve their routine and their mental health and their mindset, and basically all areas of their life. So I met him, had the conversation with him, and we said, yep, let's go, we're going to kick it off. Then on the Tuesday, my dad went back to work at his other place, and he just said, you know what, he called me up at 9:30 in the morning. I said, what are you doing? He goes, oh, I'm going home. I said, what, you're not at work? He goes, nah. His boss just mentioned, if you don't want to be here, don't be here. My dad said, you know what, I don't want to be here. So my dad called me up, and he goes, I'm without a job. I said, well, great. Do you want to start with us? And I didn't want to poach him from the other shop because we're friends with the boss, and I didn't want to do that. We had a good relationship with his boss, but things just didn't work out for them. So bang, employed my dad. Yep, start on Monday, you ready to roll? And then I had to fill out a whole job description for my dad of what his job was going to look like at Mercedes Bodyworks, because he's a gun at running paint shops, but I also needed help running the business. Then on the Wednesday, a young fourth-year apprentice puts on the panel beaters page that he's looking for a job, and my dad sent it to me. He goes, oh, have a look at this guy. I messaged him, and that's Joe. And we're just going back and forth. And for me, when I employ someone, I want to get to know what sort of person they are. So in my own time, about 2 years ago, when Rachel and I went away for a weekend, I got the idea from Simon Beard, who owns Culture Kings, and he basically writes a questionnaire or a quiz to get to know the person, to see if they're the right fit for your business. So what I've done in panel beating terms is I wrote out a whole questionnaire on how they do things, how they dismantle cars, how they repair cars, how they reassemble cars, how they store parts, what do they finish the repairs off with, how do they check the repairs, how do they stay vigilant. So I've got a whole quiz, and I know you're serious about my business when you answer those questions. And I think it's reciprocated. So I sent them to Joe, and he replied back with great answers. I said, mate, let's meet tonight. On the Wednesday, I met him. I said, yeah, mate, done. You're starting on Monday. So within that 1 week of doing those things, the Reiki, meeting my mindset mentor, hiring my dad, hiring a new panel beater, I'd already ticked off 2 goals within a week of writing them, And that's truly something that I manifested, and I believe that anyone and everyone can do. So it's all about navigating energy into what you want. Setting goals, manifesting good things, manifesting what you want, having visions of what your team or your life is going to look like, and putting every ounce of effort that you've got into doing that. So that's just an example for me on my end of what goal setting's done for me. And I'll talk more about my goals in another video of my personal goals and stuff like that, and how I'm implementing them. But I know one was, make the backyard more friendly for my dog and my son, and Rachel and I have done that. We set up a whole new 100 square meter fenced off area with new buffalo grass where we can put swing sets in, and it's a nice little safe place for the children away from the dog, that they can play, because we've got a big 55 kilo Rottweiler, and he's a bit rough. He's a bit of a rat bag. He's a good boy, but yeah, he's a bit of a rough boy. So we don't want him to bowl over the little children. And then my next thing was,
I want to build a shed. So I've now put a deposit on a shed, I've saved up the money, and we're in the process of getting it all certified, getting it done properly. So hopefully within the next sort of 3 months, I'm gonna have a nice big 9.5 by 4.5 by 4.5 meter tall shed. And I manifested that too. So I've gotten some photos for some inspiration, and you know, I want to put a hoist in there, I want to put my cars in there. I want to do it as a little man cave, maybe a poker set table, a space where it's away from the family because I've only got a relatively small home, that, you know, my friends can come over and we can hang out, we can watch UFC, not bother my wife and my kids, you know, put a TV in there, put aircon in there, and really deck it out. And it's something that I pretty much bought the house that I've got with that intention to do that, because I never thought I was going to own one, let alone 2 workshops. So it was always on the cards, and it's just a matter of you know, setting that goal and achieving it and getting it done, and again saving as much as I needed to get it done, and keeping myself accountable where, you know, I'm not going to spend stupid money on stupid things, because I've got other things in plan, in motion, that are more important to me. So once that's done, you know, within the next 2-3 years, Rach and I want to do an extension on our home. We're growing our family, we need more room. So the idea is to build the shed, get the shed done, and then when it's time to do the renovation of extension, I can put everything into my shed that is important, and we can store it in there. And then we need to do a ceiling renovation in my garage because the ceiling's coming down, and then we're going to basically extend into the alfresco. And I'm going to speak to a builder and see what it's going to be worth to extend and go up, to see if we can afford it, you know. So that's the next sort of 2 to 3 year plan for us at home. And I've set those goals, and I'm going to work and do everything I can to achieve them. All right, guys, we're here at DNA. Time to cut out these holes. Oh, hey, bro.
Good, man. How are you?
Good.
This didn't come to you with a roof on it, did it?
No, it didn't. Which we masked up so we didn't get dust in there.
Yeah, yeah.
You missing?
Fucking what?
Don't you hate fitting up cars?
It's just because it sits for fucking 6 months before
Yeah.
you get back to it. I can't remember any of it.
So I'll give you a rundown of where I sort of think they want to go. Like that. Utilise that hole there. You reckon it's too big?
I genuinely don't know.
Yeah.
What if I have a photo of it?
I've got some photos of it. I'll show you.
I've got the technical manual.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, I'll see what it looks like in a technical manual.
Go to that flange, that line.
I think it's got to go in further.
Oh, in further? Yeah. What's behind there? Okay.
Fuel tank. There's a fuel tank back. I can take the fuel tank back out.
Is that easy to take out?
Yeah, 2 volts.
Yeah. All right. Maybe I'll get you to pop that out for me. And then this one, follow the shape of that pretty much through there, from what I can see.
I think we need those top studs, don't we?
I'm looking at that. That's...
Is that the bit there on the floor?
No, that's... Yeah, actually, that is a part of it. Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure that's going to bolt there by the look
Yeah,
of that.
yeah.
And then the radiator bolts to, because there's a radiator in the middle there.
Yeah.
And I'm sure it bolts here and here as well.
Yeah, perfect. Okay, I'll do this one first.
See.
Thank you.
I'll drag the fuel tank. I'm going to get the fuel tank out as well.
Yeah. I can start cutting that up while you get the fuel tank out.
Is that good there?
Yeah, it's perfect, bro. Thank you. I'll stick my head in. Yeah. Beauty. Thank you.
Nothing like speed dealers for eye protection.
They're fucking mad, bro. They're actually, yeah, they're genuine. Like eyewear.
Yeah, yeah.
The modern day speed dealer.
Yes.
Not the 2000s deal. You know, the black ones?
Yeah. Of course. I'm old enough to. I reckon we all had some.
Thanks, bro. Here's one piece. Done. Talk to me.
Do you have photos of when this GT4 first showed up at your shop?
Yeah.
Like-
Got no roof on it.
It didn't?
No.
That little hatch?
Yeah.
Okay.
Here, look. Crystal took photos of it. We masked it up. That's plastic. I'm just about done, bro. Just got to brush touch it all. Tidy it up. I'll just blow all the aluminium out. That's it. I'll just make the other side look the same. Make that look the same.
What do you use to cut this fucking...
Well, it's aluminium. Like, you're not supposed to cut with steel, but there's no aluminium steel aluminium blades.
Yeah.
So you just use
Saw blade.
yeah, all the 1, 2, 3, and then tidy it up with that.
Because they're real, and the rivets are like the toughest rivets on the
Yeah,
planet.
these big cunts here. Yeah,
They're so fucking hard to drill through.
yeah, they are very hard to drill through.
Because we got like a kit in the toolbox, so if the police have to do one at the track, there's like 10 carbide drill bits.
Yeah.
Because you can't get through the fuckers.
No, they're fucking. I buy pretty much a whole drill bit set just for these jobs.
Yeah, that's fucking insane. But that's like heaps of modern cars. That purple Supra, I tried to drill into the floor pan of that
Yeah.
to mount some stuff.
So they're made of boron, yeah.
I couldn't fuck. I just
Yeah.
was just tearing through drill bits.
Yeah, they're made of boron, which is ultra high strength steel. So
Just relax, boys. It need to be like that.
yeah.
I just wanted to put a fucking...
Did you want to try and fit anything before I brush touch it?
because I don't have...
I mean, I have, but
Full
yeah.
parts.
From what you can see, I think that's fucking
that's way
perfect.
better than it was.
Yeah. I'll just
tidy it up.
yeah, I'll just brush touch it all and
Worst case, we get in there with a fucking
die grinder.
with a diagram
Yeah.
and just tidy up a bit.
I'll just blow it out. Watch your eyes. I think that'll be fine, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. I'll put some paint on it. It's in this industry, and as you know, you've probably come across a lot of people. It's very hard to find guys that are working on cars that are intellectually fucking half decent. You know?
There's no. Andre asks me all the time, do I know anyone like me?
Nah.
Unfortunately, I don't.
You just got to have half a brain, really,
It's it.
and the attitude to go with.
And the ability to keep learning. That's a big one.
Yeah, absolutely. I've got a young guy there at the moment, and he's came to me as a 4th year,
Yeah.
and he had a lot of potential, and now he's just he's been with us since January, and in the 12 months that he's been there, man, I've got him doing the work that I was doing, and I can spend more time running the business.
Yeah.
So between him and Huss, and then I've got a young 4th year, I've finally got a good team.
Yeah.
But it's
Takes
very,
some time, eh?
very hard to find the right workers, man.
Takes a long time.
For 3 years, I had this young kid that just wasn't capable, and
You battle through it.
I tried, and then he ended up just being honest with himself and basically just left to go do something else.
Yeah.
But he was a good kid, but he just didn't have it, bro.
Yeah.
and I was trying to persist, and it was making my life hard. But yeah, now I know if they don't have it, they don't have it, and don't waste your time.
The guy used to work for me, and he used to just churn me out.
Yeah,
He still does.
yeah. See, I don't like doing that. I like keeping my workers, you know.
Yeah. He was like, you fucking, this is what I expect. If you don't get it,
Yeah.
say
Hello.
Where are you?
I'm at DNA.
Where
Why?
the fuck are you?
What's wrong? Why?
Needs to be pulled apart and fixed.
Why?
Because all the grills have cracked the bar, Luke.
Sorry?
All the grills have chipped the bar. It's put the grills on a wood chipper. This is why you need to be at work and guide these guys. And you're not here again. You're too busy doing your fucking YouTubes.
Yeah, no.
I'm fucking pissed, mate.
Yeah, good.
You need to get back here now.
Yeah,
Now.
good. Everything you're saying is on record, brother, so good on you.
Good. Good. Record it, bro.
Yeah, I'm
Record
recording.
it. Fucking record it.
You got anything else to say?
You gotta have time off. Get back to work.
So what?
My brother going off?
Oh no, I heard it and I walked away.
Just a fucking sook. Alright. Feeling like shit, but I need to work out. Push day. Just gonna take it easy today. Yeah, I'm not feeling good, but gonna come, get a little pump going. Bit of hypertrophy. I'm not gonna push too hard today. Hopefully I feel better tomorrow and I get to a session with Coach Angelo. Bit of a squeeze push sesh. Not to go too heavy. And yeah, a bit of a sauna sesh. Friday arvo, started work early. Wanted to get to the gym by 2 o'clock, but it's now 4 o'clock, but it's better than nothing. Went to go to the RMS to grab my new plates. The RMS was closed because they got shot at. And you wouldn't believe it, my coach Angelo, his car was there and copped a bullet. So while I was there, I had a little assessment. Looks like it only went through the AC condenser, which is good for him, so he can still drive the car. But I took all the photos so I can make a claim and go through insurance. Just get some blood pumping through these shoulders. Gym's not too busy, which is good. Mine it is. Fuck.
I just did 2 sets of 35 each hand. Gonna go drop set now. Didn't record that one because I was on the phone to Big Jesse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Alright, that's all she wrote. I'm not doing any more than that. We're gonna go hit the sauna now.